Walter's therapy turns out to be ideal for discussing the therapeutic process in great detail. As it happens, even simple questions turned out to be complex when you take the time to really examine them. Take, for example, the question, why did Paul seek therapy?
So, what did you want to discuss?
Well, first off, it wasn't my idea to come here.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was Connie's, my wife.
Oh. And what did she want you to talk about?
Sleep.
Oh.
I haven't been sleeping well lately. I think she's getting tired of me tossing and turning. I said, honey, it's a big house. I can sleep in a separate room like other normal married couples. But she likes to cuddle, so here I am.
Sounds like you've got a pretty strong relationship with your wife.
It does?
Mm-hmm. You've already mentioned her twice, both times referring to how she takes care of you. You seem to appreciate her a great deal.
Well, listen, don't tell her that. What else have you already figured out about me?
Well, you said that you weren't sleeping. I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
First off, I can't take pills. Sleeping pills, anxiety meds. I've been that route already.
Who was your psychopharmacologist?
Oh, are you kidding? That's all I need now. The headline, embattled CEO under psychiatric care. No, I went to my internist. I didn't put the prescriptions in my wife's name. That way they couldn't be traced to me.
What kind of prescriptions?
Well, he wanted to try Xanax, Ambien, that kind of thing, but either they didn't work for me or they made me loopy, and I can't have that. I've got to be able to wake up any time and be alert. I have 20,000 workers, factories and distributors on 6 continents, shareholders. You never know when a brick's going to come flying through your window.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Well, that's par for the course. Which is why my doctor suggested that I talk to somebody about, what did he call it? An underlying anxiety.
I thought you said that coming here was your wife's idea.
Here's the point. I'm used to stress. I'm used to crisis. I've been a CEO for nearly 20 years, and before that I carried my boss's water, which was worse, and before that I was in Vietnam. My whole life, no matter what they hit me with, I've always been able to sleep anytime, anywhere, for as long as they'd let me. If I could get in an hour's nap, I was good for the next 24.
Only an hour.
Well, that's how I got where I am. It wasn't because I was smarter than the other guys. It's because I could work twice as hard, twice as long. Connie used to call me Superman. But now I'm just lying in bed. I'm not sleeping, I'm not working.
Walter consciously believes in his sleep explanation. Consciously, he has no clue that he might be seeing Paul for something more. Nevertheless, his unconscious motivation is to seek help with a much more basic underlying problem, which Walter unconsciously decides to tell Paul about by displaying an alarming symptom.
How much do I owe you?
Walter, are you okay? Walter, answer me, please. Are you on medication? Do you have a doctor I can call?
How can it be that Walter consciously has no knowledge of this unconscious motive? The traditional answer would involve the notion of repression, but I would like to suggest a different picture of the relationship between our conscious and unconscious selves. Nowadays, there is a recognition that our conscious self reflects our unconscious self in many respects. I see that as being true because our conscious self is created by our unconscious self. It is our unconscious self's social interface. It is a persona generated by our unconscious self to enable it to participate in external world interactions, particularly social interactions, in a more gainful way. one that enables the person to get what he needs while minimizing harmful consequences. The elements of this persona are a person's conscious thoughts, attitudes, feelings, emotions, and so-called neurotic symptoms. These elements are organized into entities we call personalities. Adopting this viewpoint means abandoning concerns about repression in favor of asking why certain elements of a person's personality are placed into consciousness in particular arrays at particular times. According to this view, our unconscious selves pull levers behind the scenes to make our conscious selves go. That our unconscious self operates something like this.
I am I, the great and powerful. Who are you? Silence!
When our unconscious self is conflicted, the conflicts are reflected in our conscious persona, preventing it from functioning satisfactorily. When that happens, the person seeks help. Generally speaking, Walter sought Paul's help because his unconscious self had lost the ability to maintain a conscious persona that performs as effectively as he would like, for reasons Walter's unconscious self can't understand.